Will a Kamala presidency be a disaster? All right, so check this out. You know that I think Kamala's going to win. All right, you know I've said this a number of times already, and to my chagrin, people are like, oh, you never liked Trump. You're a closet liberal or something. And I just laugh. Okay, whatever. You can't convince all the people, and that's fine. But I do think Kamala's going to win. I mean, one of two things are going to happen. Trump's going to win in a blowout, or Kamala's going to win close. I don't think Trump's going to win in a blowout. I could see the argument for Trump winning a blowout. I don't see it. I can see the argument. I think there's some validity to that idea. I frankly don't see it happening. The country is too evenly split to be a blowout. When I say a blowout, 52-48 is kind of what we're talking about here. In this day and age, that is a blowout. That's just a fact. You're never going to get I'm not going to say never. The likelihood of you getting another what's his name, LBJ, Goldwater, Reagan, Mondale, is just not likely to happen. It's just simply not. So, even Obama won, I think, at most 52, 53, 47, 48 or something like that against McStain. So it's just not likely to happen. And that was a blowout for Obama. So I think it's probably going to be close. And as such, I think the hands on the voting scale favor Kamala. Maricopa County, Fulton County, whatever that county is in freaking Michigan. Madison's County, is that a county in Wisconsin? I don't know what it is. I think it's Dane County. Isn't that what's called Dane County? And then Philadelphia. That's all it takes. So you got those 5 places. Fulton County. I don't think even Fulton. I think Georgia's going to go for Trump pretty big. I don't think Fulton County is going to have enough, let's say, challenging votes, if you know what I'm saying, to make it to change Georgia for Kamala. But Dane County, Philly, Maricopa County, I don't think Maricopa County's got enough to change it for Kamala either. I think Trump will win. Georgia and Arizona probably pretty going away. But those big 3, Philly, Dane County, and then whatever the hell it is in Michigan. I don't know what those counties are. But anyway, I think that will be where it gets tight, and they have enough to skew the results absolutely unequivocally. And as such, Kamala will win. It'll be close. And as such, we're going to have a Kamala presidency. Why? Well, why? So what does that mean? So there are some positive things with the Kamala presidency, man. I cannot stress this enough. Look, dude, you like Kamala? No, I don't. But there are some positive things. If you look back through Histoire, you'll see that a lot of the right-wing radical agenda, and I say radical, and of nothing but absolutely legendary status, comes when there's a Democrat in office. Who's the biggest seller of firearms in the history of the world? It's Obama. Obama is the biggest seller of firearms in the history of the world. Why? Because people got scared. They say, you're not getting my guns, Obama. And they went out, bought up, they stocked up, you know what I'm saying? They got ammunition coming out of the wazoo. They got firearms coming out of the wazoo. That will continue on, 100% unequivocally. Homeschooling has grown and grown and grown. Why? Because the freaking Department of Education controls what happens in education. No child left behind. I was such a freaking... Why do you go there and then go there? You can't do that. I was such a freaking on the George W. Bush train. I just can't believe how stupid I was, dude. I said, yeah, no child left behind. I fell for the idea, the federal government saying, that makes sense. But we can't have the federal government involved in your day-to-day educational help. You just can't. It's not good. And this is, dude, I fell for the DHS. I fell for all that stuff, dude. And as such, what happens is always what happens. The Republicans get it going, and the Democrats solidify it to serve communists. It's what they do. The TSA, the intelligence community, the DOE, Department of Education. The DOE came on with Carter, but the EPA came on, and affirmative action came on under Nixon. And what happens? We solidify this stuff, and the Democrats take it, and they freaking politicize it, and they use it against their political enemies. It's so bad. Ooh, it's so crazy how bad I've come. Actually, there's a meme going around. If you would have told yourself in 2005 that in 2024, the Republican nominee would be campaigning with Dearborn, Michigan Muslims, and the Democrats would have the proud support of the Cheneys, you would have thought you're insane. You know what I'm saying? That's 100%. But anyway, I don't think it's going to be enough to pull the levers for what needs to be pulled in those counties. All right, so we got a couple things. So we got more and more homeschooling. solidifying of more and more people owning firearms, right? I mean, they're going to make it harder. There'll be more gun shops going out of business. There'll be more regulations on ammunition. We know this stuff. This is what they did. Remember, Ted Kennedy wanted to put a tax on ammunition. He said that wouldn't violate the Second Amendment, and I can almost guarantee you they're going to be trying something like that again. Part two is, though, the Democrats now are slowly getting off the electric stuff, not the electric, but slowly getting off the green agenda. They know that you cannot electrify this growing society economy with solar panels and wind turbines. They've already made their money on that corrupt Inflation Reduction Act and all that crap. So they know, though, they got to pivot, and they're going to pivot to nuclear. It's inevitable. Data centers, AI, just data centers as a whole, consume, never mind Bitcoin and stuff like that, consume so much electricity, it's mind-boggling. And it's not, and look, Virginia has a massive data center output there. And that is not going to be financed by offshore wind. It's just not, or electrified by offshore wind. The Democrats know this, and as such, if Kamala gets in there, you're going to see a huge push for nuclear. They're slowly making headway in doing that right now. Huge push towards nuclear. Now they're going to pretend they're going to be anti-fracking, and there'll be some, pipeline stuff. They're not anti-fracking. They need it. They know they need it. If they want the economy to grow, they know they need to get fracking. They know they need to get oil. We need to be able to export natural gas, but most importantly, we need nuclear for electricity. And that will come. They're going to start doing that like crazy. And because it's the Democrats doing it, there won't be much of opposition to that. You can see this a mile away. All right, part two of this. We're going to have more social on the state, but not just homeschooling, but more social experiments. Essentially, that's what makes America great. You got social experiments by the 50 different states. And when Republicans are out of power, that's when they get ballsy, and they're going to start pushing more and more stuff. That's like, dude, it's going to be great to watch, 100%. They're going to push this and push this and push this with minimal opposition because the Democrats don't turn on their thugs unless they're out of power. And so there's going to be minimal opposition to various states and things like that, advancing the ball for conservatism. It's going to be great, dude. Affirmative action is going to be, just think about all the crap that's going on out there. It's going to be gone. And you can see that Republicans know they have a growing need to appeal to conservative voters, Muslims in particularly, immigrants in particularly, and they're going to be more and more focused on that group of people that say, hey, we don't like this DEI. We don't like the LGBT crap. We want conservatism, and it's going to be more of a social conservative, more economic populist Republican Party, and I freaking can't wait, 100%. I think the same thing's going to happen if Trump wins, too, but there'll be more opposition, and then the weak-kneed Republicans like, oh, no, I can't take it. Oh, I don't like those people. No, dude. Part two is we're going to win the Senate, without question. It'll be a 52-48 Senate. There's no way Trump isn't going to take Sherrod Brown out. No way. Trump right now probably win Ohio by 6, and there's no way Bernie Moreno won't be pulled over with Trump's coattails. It will happen. As such, we'll win Montana. We're obviously winning West Virginia. We'll win Ohio. So I think it's 51-49 right now when you factor in independents who are all Democrats. So I think it'll be 52-48. Which means, and I hope we take out a couple others, but I'm just not so sure. I wouldn't make the prediction there. So even at 52-48, even if Murkowski and Collins, the two ladies who are going to throw curveballs at the Republicans' opposition, they will still be on our side enough that a lot of the insane legislation that the Democrats want to expand. Whoa, damn, dude! Holy crap! That deer just went flying across the street, and he was flying. My wife got hit by a deer the other day, and she's okay, but I don't know what happened to the deer. He just ran off, but the car is getting looked at. It's going to take 2 weeks. The radiators got dented, and not much in terms of physical damage. Certainly wasn't totaled, but you can see the radiator. I was like, damn, so they're going to have to replace the radiator. I was like, dude, we got $1,000 deductible, and that's probably going to make our freaking auto insurance go up. It's already high enough as it is with 2 teenage boys on my thing. Anyway, so we're going to take the Senate, so all the crazy Kamala judges won't go through. They're still going to get left-wing judges through, don't get me wrong. It's still going to happen. There's enough Republican squishes say, oh, in the semblance of, non-political, non-partisan, we're going to approve some of these judges, but the crazy ones won't be approved. The idiots like Rachel Devine and all these idiots. Who's that guy from the freaking Sam Brinton guy? Those guys won't be approved, and these freaks won't be approved. So I mean, there's some benefit there, and then treaties that Kamala's going to want to do, basically seceding our ability to maintain our own, our ability to manage American affairs without being the overseeing of the UN won't happen. You know what I'm saying? And so there'll be a lot of benefits there for a Republican in the Senate. I think we'll probably retain the House. I don't know the gerrymandering, how bad it has been, but I think we're going to retain the House. So, you know, I'm not all that worried about legislation coming down from the Democrats. I'm more worried about the actual the judiciary. And if we can get the Republicans in the Senate, it means we control the judiciary nominees, which means there'll be a good chance that Kamala, when she replaces Justice Thomas and Sotomayor, you know, the wise Latina, that'll be a good chance that there won't be crazy people in the judiciary. And I think that's actually a good thing. Now, you know, they might get their own version of the Souter. I doubt it. But if they get, you know, their own version of David Souter, that'd be wonderful. You know, they nominate a judge that actually votes for the Republicans more than the Democrats. And the only reason we had Souter is because Warren Rudman, the clown from New Hampshire, Republican senator, he convinced Bush that Souter was going to be right wing. But remember, he had to get through a Democratic Senate. And as such, you could not get a Scalia. You could not get a Thomas anymore. The Democrats are fit to be tied. So, you know, they held tight and they said, okay, Souter's it. And they knew who Souter was going to be a lib, dude. So they nobbed him, they approved him, even though they were in charge of the Senate. So if the Republicans are going to do the same to the Democrats, that'd be a win for sure. So nuclear energy, more gun rights, there'll be more anti-vax people coming out of the woodwork. Because I'm telling you, dude, this is fantastic. It's fantastic. I'm not rooting for Kamala. There's a lot of damage she's going to do, absolutely, unequivocally. But at the end of the day, don't freaking go and say, it's all doom and gloom. Dude, God does not want you to be doom and gloom. Just stop. Just open your good book and say, how can you be doom and gloom when you know the good news? You know it. You know it. Don't be a doom and gloom guy. It's boring. There's too many doom and gloom guys. You live in America, dude. I'm reading a book right now about the Great Depression of the 1890s. And I'll do another video on this. It's just the idea that any kind of doom and gloom here in America, when your bellies are full and you can heat your house, is just, it's unacceptable to me. So prepare for, you know, we pray for the best, but we prepare for the worst. So obviously we're praying for Trump to win, but God sees this as God sees this. It's not your agenda. It's the good Lord's. He'll make it happen the way he sees fit. And you're like, okay, that's what God wants. Let me find positivity in here. And that's what I suggest you do the same. All right, love to your thoughts. Unsubscribe. If you think I'm a liberal, that's fine. All right, God bless you. See you.